Oh, this one's gonna be fun, man. Hey, welcome back to the Dutch and Denver podcast. I am Dutch, and I am near, in, or around Denver. Uh big day today, right? Or big week. I don't know. I mean, where do we start with this? Uh have I talked to you guys since the new year? I might have recorded one and not, said anything like Happy New Year. But hey, Happy New Year. And all I've got to say is I was right. I was right. I was right. I was right. I was fucking right. I was right. I'm always right. How dare you ever doubt me? I was right, by the way. Super right. Always right. I don't know what's wrong with chat right now, but I mean, I think I can see it through YouTube, so it doesn't matter. But I was right. As always, I was right. I'm right. I'm right. Enough, Dutch. What are you right about? I'm right about fucking everything. Let's start with the big stuff. And this may or may, yeah, it'll probably get me like shunned. I don't give a shit. Okay, so, I don't know. A year ago, around this time, there was a riot, and let's be clear, it was a riot. It was not an insurrection because you're stupid and you know what that word means. It wasn't a coup. Ooh. Actually, I have to backtrack on some of that. It might have been an insurrection and it might have been a coup, but let me tell you, it ain't for the reasons you think it was. I I know you guys are just brimming, waiting for me to reveal why I'm right and why I'm so happy about this. But I'm so great. Wait, can you guys hear that here? Let's turn down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll just turn it off. Okay. So, about a year ago, there was a I'm gonna call it a riot for now until I tell you guys what happened at the Capitol. And all the demi wemmies were like, oh my god, coup, insurrection. Trump people are so horrible. And you can go back to my Twitter or previous podcasts where I said I'm not entirely sure it's all Trumpians. There might be a little couple Antifa guys there. There might be a government agent there, or there might be, I don't know, some KK somebody else, nutsy cuckoo. Yeah, I said government agent. Oh, it turns out I was fucking right. Oh, well, you know, kiss my lips, smack my ass, and call me darling. Yeah, no shit, I was right. If you guys aren't familiar with this, there's an ongoing news story from, I do believe it's the Revolver, and I'm not gonna post the link in the description. You guys can find it. It's all over the internet right now. If you use like not fucking Google or DuckDuckGo, I mean use DuckDuckGo. Even though they're assholes and only hire freaks, they they're not gonna like hide your learning stuff. Okay, so the Revolver has been doing like an ongoing thing, an ongoing article, like real journalist. And I will admit right off the bat, the Revolver is a decidedly right wing. I really think it's Revolver. And if I'm missaying this, whatever, I'll correct it in the description. Okay, but they're a decidedly right wing news outlet. Okay. But they have compiled, let's say, 1, 2 articles, because the first one was back then and the other one is more recent, but they have compiled maybe 1 or 2 articles. We'll just combine them together that have so much undeniable, able to verify information that it's not even funny. And we're not going to spend all podcast on this because it find the article. I'll try and link it somewhere, but it's worth reading, and I'll glaze over it. Okay. But what's important is you have to click on all the links in the article. They'll take you to other articles that will bring you back, and yeah, you dive deep. And then you'll have other people who, we're getting there. Okay, so they started with this article that there's this guy Epps. I think his name's Ray Epps. And he was there on January 5th in the crowds, like saying, "All right, man, tomorrow we got to break into the Capitol. We got to get into the Capitol. We got to storm the beaches. We got to do all this stuff." Okay. And then on January 6th, he was there like, "We gotta go. We gotta storm the Capitol. We gotta do all this stuff." All right. He's not the only one. He's the one we're going to talk about now, though. All right. So all this stuff went down. And like on January 8th or 7th, the FBI puts out their like most wanted list for all these people in the Capitol riot shit. And number 16 was a picture of Mr. Epps. And I'm assuming like the whole world was like, "Yeah, we know that guy. It's Ray Epps. It's Ray Epps. It's Ray Epps." Because he lives in Arizona, and the local press in Arizona has been able to get in touch with this guy. They've interviewed him. He literally like narrated his videos like, "Yeah, that's me saying that," and blah blah blah. So like Dead to Rights nailed this guy for, quote, inciting violence or riot or whatever you want to call it, what all these other people are being charged with and stuff like that. Okay. The FBI has not talked to, arrested, indicted, done anything to this guy for like 6 months. And then all of a sudden in July, poof, picture number 16 is gone. It's not there anymore. It's like, "Can you help us identify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, 16. It's gone. It's just fucking gone. Poof. Like a fart in the wind. It's gone. And people would be like, "Well, that's because they've arrested him and they've dealt with that." Actually, it's not. Because on your little like picture sheet of the FBI's most wanted from this, quote, insurrection, which now we're going to start calling this because the government was involved, and if you can't see where I'm going with this, you're stupid. So it goes like 1, 2, 3, arrested. Number 3 is arrested. 4, 5, arrested. 6, 7, 8, 9, arrested. 10, arrested. So it says these pictures of all these people who've been identified and arrested. So it's not that he's been identified and arrested. He just, poof, disappeared from the list. They don't want to talk to him anymore. Even though there's like a ton of videos of this asshole up there like, "Yeah, we need to get in the Capitol and go inside and yeah." And then he's like whispering to people. Like there's videos. He whispers some kid. And then also the kid like charges the barricades. Okay. This guy was absolutely part of this. Okay. And all of a sudden he just poof, he gone. No mas. Bye-bye. See you later. We're not worried about him. The guy that's been caught on video minutes and hours at a time inciting all this bullshit, no, the FBI doesn't care about. It seems a little weird, doesn't it? I mean, I think the only reason that this person would just disappear is if he was part of the investigating body. And well, Dutch, why would you think that? Because I'm not retarded. And on January 5th, when this guy's up there like, hey, tomorrow we gotta get in that Capitol there. Uh some people step back and like, wait a minute. What the fuck? Oh, this guy's a Fed. So they'll start chanting Fed. So everyone's known this since like the 5th that this asshole was a Fed and he participated in an insurrection. So yeah, it might have been an insurrection. The only thing, it was orchestrated by the fucking Feds and the Democrats. This just, and again, go look at the Revolver article. I'll try and link it, but it is, I mean, it is damning evidence. And this came out like a couple days ago. Okay, it's yet to be refuted, disproven, or anything like that. I mean, we've got senators asking FBI spokespeople, like, hey man, were the Feds, did they have anything to do with January 6th? What happened that day at the Capitol? And you got the FBI spokesperson like, I can't answer that. Which means yes. And it's like, were any of them I can't answer that. Which means yes. I mean, Jesus, if you did not have FBI agents or federal agents egging on the crowd to go into the Capitol building, wouldn't your actual answer be no, motherfucker? We have no part in this. But instead, your answer is, I can't answer that. Bullshit. You fucking did it. So once again, I was right, because I said it was not Trumpians. Now, some of them might have been like, oh, hell yeah, let's go. But the guys who incited it were fucking Feds. Your federal government is inciting an insurrection against the Capitol. So yeah, it was you guys. And if that doesn't scare the unbelievable shit out of you, I can't fucking help you. This is Nazi cuckoo stuff. And it's not just me. I'm not the only wacko who's like, oh, the conspiracy theory. No, we have senators questioning FBI spokespeople about this. Oh, but the Republican senators are conspiracy theorists, whack jobs too. Okay, yeah, fine. If that's what you believe, just keep your mask on in your car when you're alone and you'll be fucking fine. But I was right. January 6th was not Trumpians. It was the Feds. It was the Democrats. The same FBI that investigated a major party candidate over lies and nothing. Oh, he was involved. He wasn't involved with Russia. Okay, Trump was not involved with Russia. It's been disproven a million times over. And if you still think he was, you're a moron, and you just keep wearing your mask in your car all by yourself. Hey, what's up, Phil? Okay, so I was right about that. Because, I mean, I'm right literally about everything. So you can go back a year and you can check it out, and I was fucking right. What else was I right about? Oh, yeah. COVID. Or should we not say that? What's going to get us banned? Saying that? Yeah, so I was absolutely right about COVID, too. Like, the complete 180 that the liberal media is now doing is, oh my god, shocking. So first of all, like, we may have told this, may not, but they've come out, and this is liberal media when I say they, Fauci, the government, all these cloth masks don't work. No fucking shit. You mean your stupid little bejeweled crocheted bandana wasn't gonna protect me from a virus? It followed the science. Um, so yeah, your cloth mask doesn't work. Maybe only the N95s that we've been saying forever. So it's all been for show. Um, the hospitals are starting to or want to turn away people who are unvaccinated. And if they're going to do that, if they turn away everybody there and the hospitals are still full, because that's what they're doing, who are they full of? Oh, the vaccinated? Yeah, because it doesn't work. It's not a vaccine, it's a shot. You're all morons. Let's see. Moving on. What I'm still right about. The EU came out today and said too many booster shots will probably lower your immune system. No shit. Duh. What? I mean, it's just, Biden a week or two ago came out and was like, "There's nothing the federal government can do." And what's really bothers me though about that is duh, I knew that. Um, yeah, no shit. But a bunch of conservatives are jumping on and they're like, oh, it took a year for them to realize that they couldn't. No, it didn't take a year for them to realize that. What happened was they lied to you from the beginning and you bought it because you're stupid. Okay. The Biden administration, like, the Democrats are stupid and crazy, but they're not like that stupid. Like, they know how to manipulate people. They're not a single Democrat thought they could stop this virus. They just lied to you, and that was the platform they ran on. And everyone who voted for Biden is so fucking stupid that they were like, oh, yeah, Trump can't stop it, so Biden can. Let's go. Yay, Biden. Let's go, Brandon. uh, so then they voted for him, and then like a year later, he's like, not, it's not a year. It's only 6 fucking months into his debacle. Oh no, 6 months. He should have. Yeah. It's a year in, but it's a year in, and now he's like, yeah, it's the federal government. Dude, this is a state thing. What I've been saying forever. So again, I was right. So I'm like 1,000 for 1,000. Guy's an idiot. You're all idiots if you thought that he could stop him. You can't stop viruses. Jesus Christ. Especially with your cloth little bejeweled mask and your made up vaccine and all that. So yeah, I was right about that, which makes me feel better, but still not because the world is still fucked up and people are still wearing masks and like assholes and idiots. And I mean, it's shocking to me. They want to close schools still because the government gave them billions and billions to do ventilation and HVAC systems so schools were safe, and they're not because the teachers just literally don't want to fucking work. Fuck yourselves. This is insane. So yeah, the EU says, hey man, too many boosters, it'll lower your immune system and then you'll really be fucked. But you have to get all this stuff to go outside. It's dumb. And people are still buying into this. So I try not to share like too personal details that people could like hunt me down and find me. But I will share this. So I have to go to PT 2 or 3 times a week, physical therapy for my surgery and stuff like that. Um, and I'm gonna go tomorrow and see how things are. But I think the following week I may say something like, okay, dude, I'm not wearing a mask here anymore. Like all the evidence is against this. Even your lip, because he is liberal. The guy who runs it is a liberal, and he has avoided me because he's a Michigan fan, and Michigan got their asses kicked, and he knows I'll make fun of him. But also, like, because I've wanted to ask him for the longest time, be like, so how are things going? Are you happy with the state of the union? Fuck no, I'm not. Nobody can be. Inflation is like skyrocketing. Food is more expensive than ever. Everything. It's just all completely fucked. And then after they've spent a year scaring the hell out of you, uh, now it's maybe not so scary. And maybe now you have to go back to work. And maybe now, and maybe now. And so I was right. But the point of this is, I'm I'm seriously debating, being like, all right, dude, you got to drop this stupid mask shit, or I'm not coming back. And yeah, I can say this. So mine's through work comp, and work comp pays better than anybody. So I'd be interested to see if he's gonna cut his nose off to spite his face. But again, this is absolutely fucking retarded. Masks don't work. Quit wearing them. Vaccines don't work. Quit getting them. None of this crap is working. The virus is evolving, like we talked about. It's not as deadly as it was. Wait, what? Are the voices of it actually wasn't deadly at all? The CDC came out and said that everyone who died of COVID died with 4 or more comorbidities. Not 1, not 2, and not 3, but 4 or more pre-existing conditions. I won't use big words. 4 or more things that made them extremely susceptible to a respiratory virus. Well, no goddamn shit. So everyone, I'm not saying everyone, but the majority of people that pass from COVID, which I'm sad about that. I really am. Like, it sucks when people die. Okay, but we shouldn't shut down the whole world because of it. And the people that are dying with this virus are overweight, asthma, respiratory issues, heart disease, 80, 90. I mean, they have all these underlying issues that fuck pneumonia would kill them. The flu would knock them out, which I've been saying forever. And now the CDC is finally admitting it. So I win again. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, they're also saying that those COVID numbers are a little inflated because the hospitals are not being overrun with people with COVID. They are overrun with people who in the hospital are diagnosed with COVID. So if you got in a car wreck and you had to go to the ICU and you're going to the ICU because you were in a car wreck and your ass got thrown out of the windshield because you weren't wearing a seatbelt, and then you go to the ICU and they work on you and they are saving your life and you're hanging out and you get tested and you have COVID, asymptomatic or not, they're saying that you're in the hospital because of COVID. You're not. You're in the hospital for something completely different and you just got COVID because you were there or whatever. Probably because you didn't have 14 vaccines and you weren't wearing your bejeweled mask, you selfish son of a bitch. So yeah, I was right about that. It's if you're healthy and you're fine, like every other sickness in this world, except for fucking Ebola. So yeah, if Ebola shows up, you better be scared and let's start shutting shit down because I don't want to bleed through every orifice of my body. Ugh, it's just, it's nuts. People are so fucking stupid. Oh, I was right about the filibuster. So now the Democrats want to get rid of the filibuster to, I don't know, improve voting rights or some dumb shit. Um, Show me one single person that has lost their voting rights. Just one. Felons in prison. Okay. I don't think that's what this bill is for. But no one has lost their voting rights. Okay? If you're an illegal, you don't get a vote. Sorry, New York. Fuck yourself. My 12-year, yeah, your 12-year-old. The rule is 18, nerd. No one has actually lost their voting rights. And the Democrats want to get rid of the filibuster, which is like a principle of our government since day fucking one. Because they want to ram through God knows what. Because as Nancy Pelosi famously said, if you want to know what's in the bill, you got to pass it and to know what's in it. What kind of dumbass shit is that? You got to buy this before you know what you're buying. We can't tell you what kind of car it is. Just pay for it and then we'll tell you about it later. Oh no, you can't see the car you're buying. Nah. Just buy it and then Fuck it. We'll show you later. Okay? You idiot. But yeah, when they use the filibuster against the Republicans, it's okay. It's a part of the process. We can't lose it. It's a part of the process. It's all part of the process, guys. I promise. I'm Slick Willie, and well, I'm here. Make sure you get your vaccines. And this commercial's 17 months old. Have you guys seen that commercial with Slick Willie and W and Obama, who's out there like, hey, when you can get it, you get it. And I don't mean pussy. I just mean the back. Well, yeah, get pussy if you can get it. Because if you see my wife, boy, she's scary. Oh my God. And Obama and them are like, Willie, shut up, man. Yeah, but I gotta tell the people how frightening she is. You cannot let her be president. Okay, either way, I'm getting sidetracked. So, yeah, I'm right about that. I don't know what else. It's all the, everything's coming back. Let's see what else. Oh, this is just funny. So you guys remember how there's that like pin swimmer who is clearly a dude who says he's a woman, but he's still a dude. And he was like smashing all the women, not like smashing, like fun smashing, but like beating them and swimming smashing. And he was winning by like 40 seconds and stuff. Because, I mean, he's a dude competing against women. And everybody was like, oh, this isn't fair. Yeah, it's not fair, man. You can't have guys compete against women. Well, and I don't know if I should be happy about this or even more disturbed. It turns out that there's another dude pretending to be a woman who is now competing against the women, and the other dude pretending to be a woman. And the second dude pretending to be a woman is now beating the first dude pretending to be a woman, and all the women are still so far behind it's not even funny. But yeah, let's vote Democrat. I mean, that makes total fucking sense. Jesus. Okay. Let's move on to the last, maybe not the last serious thing, but because then we're gonna talk sports. But so where I live, we have King Supers and City Market. I think if you're on the East Coast, you have like Publix and who knows what, but it's Kroger brand, okay? And Kroger, City Market, King Supers. Get that because I'll run them through as we're talking. Okay, so they've been threatening to strike for I don't know how long, a while. Okay, and finally today it happened that the workers, the union, has told the workers, y'all need to strike because you're not getting what you want. Okay, so luckily my closest King Supers, they're not union, so I don't think they're striking. But someone said something like they might strike in solidarity. But my King Supers has turned into a shithole anyway, so it doesn't. I don't think I would notice a difference. Yeah, who knows? Okay, but the point is that these guys are striking. The workers are striking, so a lot of King Supers along the Front Range of Colorado are not going to have workers apparently. Um, First of all, I fucking hate unions. We don't need them anymore. Fucking get rid of them. Teachers union included. Burn that piece of shit to the ground. But, and I've been following this story like tentatively. As I understand it, there's a lot of moving parts here, but the union head, and I can't remember her name, but I wish I could, and the union bosses apparently are not letting the actual union members vote on whether or not they want to accept the offer from King Super's management. So they've taken the actual union managers out, or the union members, excuse me, the union members out of it, and they won't let them vote whether or not to ratify it. They're just saying, nope, not good enough, nope, not good enough, nope, not good enough. Now, A lot of it. Ooh, hiccup. Actually, some of it is coming down. All right. Some of it is coming down to pay. And what they're asking for is ridiculous, A. But B, it's more than what management offered before the strike was, in my opinion, more than fucking fair. Everyone there would make $16 or more an hour. Everyone. The little bagger bitch who's smashing my bread, and I don't mean female. Any dumb bagger kid would make $16 an hour or more. Okay, to smash bread, crush eggs, and go haul carts. Great. Other people, they're like something like 50% of their employees make more than $22 an hour. Normally, pretty good for bagging groceries. Damn. Checking out groceries, that's not a bad deal. Like, checking out groceries ain't hard. I'm sorry. It's not. Now, the ones that memorize all the PLUs for the produce, give them an extra little bit. Okay? Fuck the rest of them. What about the butchers? Those butchers guys are assholes now. King Supers used to custom cut meat. Like, when I made beef jerky, I'd go in there and be like, hey, can you slice this really thin for me? They'd be like, sure. Now it's like, we don't have a slicer here. I can't do that. Can you go to the deli? Nope. Okay, so you're completely fucking useless to me. It says hand cut steaks. How is this hand cut somewhere else? You go to the deli and it's like, I need a pound of ham. Yeah, if you just go to the kiosk at the front and type in your order, it should be ready like while you're shopping. I'm not shopping for anything else. I literally just need a pound of sliced ham for dinner tonight. Can you please do that right now? Yeah, you just go to I don't want to go to the kiosk. Just do it. I've got other things to do. Okay, well, you're fucking useless to me now, too. But here, get some boar's head that doesn't taste any better, but it's 10 times more expensive. So, yeah, I mean, fuck you, King Supers. Your shelves are empty. Your people are useless. You shouldn't get any more money. But King Supers Corporate has come back and said, like, here, this is a great offer. And it really is a great offer. Like, so these people are going to get paid more than firemen and paramedics. Does that sound right? No, but that's what they're going to do. And the union bosses were like, nope, we reject it. It's strike. So fuck off, King Supers. Actually, more, not King Supers Corporate. You guys are, well, yeah, fuck off too, because you did the board set thing and you all suck. But the unions need to fuck off. You guys ruin shit, and I hate you for that. So if you're part of a union, you're scum. And if you're like, well, I have to be for my job. Okay, get enough people to not be part of a union. You're because all unions suck ass and are completely fucking useless, except to fuck things up these days. Okay? That's my union thing. Alright, let's talk about some fun stuff. Actually, it's probably not gonna be fun because I'm gonna shit on this too. Ah, sports, guys. I like it. I like it a lot. So the national championship was on Monday night. 2 nights ago, if you're listening to this, because it's Wednesday. Good game. I thought it was a good game. We'll talk about stupid people in a minute, but those were the two teams that needed to be in that game. Those were the two best teams in the country, and they probably should have played two other teams in the playoff, but who cares? Because we're past that now. I'm not hurt by it anymore. I still think the playoff situation or whoever votes on it, they're fucking retarded. Stop looking at win-loss record solely. Look at win-loss, but also look at strength of schedule. Because the Michigan, like we've always said, the Big Ten, your strength of schedule is fucking useless. Okay, Air Force could beat you guys. Okay, but there were two good teams that played each other, and it was a good. I thought it was a good game. I don't know what Bama did at the end. They just got flat out beat. But I'm glad Georgia won. And good for them. It was a great national championship. Now let's talk about stupid people. Because, I had to be on the Twitter tweeting and stuff. Be like, good play, good catch, bad call, blah, blah, blah. Awesome. The amount of people who are like, this game's boring, astonishing to me. Just fucking shocking. The two best defenses in college football in the past 50 years are now playing each other, and it's not a shootout, and everybody's like, oh, I'm so surprised. I haven't watched college football ever. I don't know these teams at all. I'm just stupid. Of course, it wasn't going to be a high scoring game. These are teams with the best defenses in college football going up against each other. It was great watching these defenses battle it out. Some of the offense questioned me. Like, there was a couple times that, these guys ran for, like 30 yards on first and second down. And then they ran or threw the ball 3 times and punted. Both teams were guilty of that. Alabama, much more guilty of that in the second half. Georgia's quarterback, Bennett, I think it is not elite. That kid fucking sucks and was saved by his defense and his incredible receivers and everyone else around him. He's not elite. He is just along for the ride. He looked like a lost ball in the tall weeds the first half. Second half wasn't much better. Good game, though. Still, like I said, great defense. Man, Georgia's got some big kids. They got some big, fast kids. They've got like 3 Shreks on that D line that, man, just good all around national championship game. I liked it. I think it could have gone either way. I know Georgia won by more than you would have thought, but there were, if Bama had done 1 or 2 things differently, or Alabama had, or Bama or Georgia it could have gone either way. Great game. Totally loved it. If you thought it was boring, it's because you're stupid. Let's see, the Avs last night. The Avs are on a tear, okay? Like, they're getting down. They're on like a 12 or 13 game home win streak. And then they were on a big winning streak. And then last night in the Predators, they got hosed by the refs. Go watch the game. I can kind of describe it. In overtime, the Predators literally tackled our entire line, and everybody was like, oh yeah, no penalty. Everything's fine. And then they had 14 minutes on the ice. We had our normal 3 or 4 for overtime, and they called it too many men on us, and the Preds scored. So they absolutely handed the game to the Predators. The NHL should be fucking ashamed of themselves. But the Avs are phenomenal, man. The past couple games, they've been down, and they've come back and won with a vengeance. We're talking being down 3 goals in the first and come back and win 5-3. Or they're down 2 goals in the third and they come back and win 6-4. Okay. They are just Cale Makar is an unbelievable monster at hockey. If you haven't seen it, you should see his overtime goal where he pirouettes around and slams it in the net. It's dirty beyond all belief. It's awesome. Love it. Darcy Kuemper sucks. He's a horrible goalie. We need to put that French guy Francouz in. Okay. Last thing before we wrapped up, the Broncos. Didn't watch many of their games. Glanced at a couple. Since the family's here, my brother he still watches NFL, so to hang out with him, I've watched it a little bit. They suck. Vic Fangio is gone. Thank God. That guy's an idiot beyond all belief. But I don't see any hope in sight because the Kaiser or whatever. The ownership is up in the air, and now it's available for sale, so people will be bidding. Let's talk about that first. They need stable ownership. I think that's been the problem ever since Pat died. And now, believe it or not, Peyton and Elway are part of two different. Yeah, that's right, folks. John Elway and Peyton Manning are part of two different ownership groups that will be bidding on the Broncos. And I'm a little torn, I'll be honest with you, because John Elway is the Denver Broncos. Um Peyton Manning was a Denver Bronco. See the difference? So, yeah, I mean, if Elway if Elway's group buys the team and Elway has literally fucking nothing to do with it except the money, I want him because he will give all the money he possibly can to win. I believe that if Manning gets it, he'll be involved in some decision making, which I'm not opposed to either. But if I really had to choose, I want Elway to own the team. He's wanted to own the team for so long, and I want him to own the team. Now, if him and Manning could get together and combine ownership, that would be ideal, but that's not going to happen. Okay, so once we get the ownership settled, which now will be settled because they're able to be bought, uh, is a long, complicated court case that we can talk about in depth later, but I don't really care to. But now they're able to be bought, so they will be. On to the coaching. I I don't think we have the talent. We need a quarterback, and I don't think we'll get Aaron Rodgers because if Aaron goes to the Super Bowl this year, which he might even win it. Why would you leave? I know you don't like the ownership or you don't like the situation, but I mean, if they're gonna put you in a Super Bowl, you're not leaving that. Okay, it's not happening. Uh, so I don't think we're gonna get Aaron Rodgers. As for the draft, I don't want anybody from there. Russell Wilson, maybe. You need the right coach, though. And I'm not confident the Broncos management and higher ups can get us the right coach because I don't think that you can make a an OC or a DC a head coach. Like you're an OC or you're DC. There's very few OCs that turn into great head coaches. I don't think any DCs that turn into great head coaches. And if I'm wrong, correct me. And if it's your one shot anomaly, fuck off. Eric Bieniemy, people are talking about. Everyone says that he doesn't interview well. I don't think interviewing should matter, but I mean it does. So interview better. And I'm not convinced he is the Chiefs mastermind that he is. A lot of people say that they can chalk it up to the quarterback's coach and Andy Reid. So the Chiefs are okay with EB leaving. So the QB coach can take over as OC. I just what I hear. Dan Quinn, I think is a bad idea, but who else are you gonna get? Please don't get another OC or DC and try and turn him into a coach. That's fucking stupid. It doesn't work. I don't know who you get. And that's part of the problem. Like, I don't know what quarterback you get. I don't know what head coach you get. You literally have no options. So I think if they just sort out the ownership situation this year, I'll count that as a win. And I mean, I still won't be happy because they're going to be woke losers. But, what else can you ask for? You can't ask for all three of it. It won't. They're going to be as bad or worse next year than they are this year. Baseball's still on a lockout. If they continue with this and we have no season, I will be done with baseball. And I may just have to like give up on sports altogether. Like maybe just be like strictly golf and hockey, and then find a hobby. The train's coming. I've added to some things, so you know, I don't know, man. It's all crazy, but hey, I appreciate everyone who watched tonight. Phil, I'm sorry you're not feeling good tonight, buddy. Do you want to stay up for games, or I can hop on tomorrow and play games? Because I honestly, I could go either way. I mean, I'm still recovering from the holidays and everything, and I could do a little trade work tonight, or I could play games if you want to just watch and be quiet. You let me know, and then I'll do that for you. For everyone else, I appreciate you guys watching, listening, whether you're doing it live now or you do it on one of the platforms, you know, wherever we are, iTunes, iHeart, blah, 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 all that stuff, anchor.fm/Dutch in Denver. I super appreciate it. And I uploaded two like yesterday that were the 2 weeks I missed. Like I recorded them, I just never got around to uploading them. So they're up there now. So you'll get three right off the bat, like right off the rip, three good ones. But hey, I like I said, I appreciate everyone who listens. If you like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. They'll either love it or hate it. But even if they hate listen, I'm good with that. I think that's what all our listeners are. They're hate listeners, which that works for me. But as always, I appreciate it. And until next time, bye.